Oregano is a potent and powerful essential oil that has been used for centuries in traditional medicine and cuisine. Due to its high phenol content, caution should be taken when inhaling or diffusing oregano. Oregano should also be diluted with doTERRA fractionated coconut oil before applying topically. The phenols in oregano are powerful antioxidants. 1 drop taken daily can help maintain healthy immune function. This oil also supports healthy digestion and respiratory function.
Good morning. Magandang umaga Pilipinas at magandang gabi pala Pilipinas. Magandang umaga Amerika. This morning or this evening, ang hirap nitong nasa dalawang time zone or actually various time zones. Magkakaroon tayo ng panibagong discussion on essential oils. And today we will be hearing from Kristan Villanueva. Kristan is a nurse, a registered nurse, and of course she worked in the Philippines. Pero ngayong ngayong moment na to, or ngayong for the past I don't know how many years, mamaya siguro correct mo na lang ako kung mali ako. She's working in the US now, and currently she's working in Houston, Texas, as an oncology nurse, right? And she'll be talking about oregano. And there's a whole lot of things that we can talk about oregano. And I'd like to reserve that portion for Kitan to discuss that. So at this point, pakita muna namin yung video. And after the video, we will have a Q&A. And of course, you're free to ask whatever question you have on oregano or some other matters. But for this moment, let's just focus on oregano. Okay, so now the video from Kitan.
So, ako nga po pala si Kristan Villanueva. Isa po akong nurse dito sa Pilipinas. Nagtatrabaho po ako bilang oncology nurse sa isang malaking cancer center dito sa Houston. Right. Magandang umaga or magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. The oregano oil is one of my favorite essential oil. It is actually a herb na lagi na natin ginagamit sa mga kitchen natin sa Pilipinas. Even long time back. It's not something new sa atin na mga taga-Pilipinas. Fun facts. Dito sa 15 ml na oregano oil, it takes 2.6 pounds or mga 1.2 kilograms ng oregano plant or leaf. Okay, oregano is a Greek phrase that means joy of the mountains. It is also known as the oil of humility. Pag naamoy nyo ang oregano, ano yung una nyong naiisip? Masarap na adobo, di ba? Who knew that yung oregano oil pala natin, yung nilalagay natin sa isa sa mga favorite recipe ng mga Pinoy, mapagkukuhaan din pala ng mabisang essential oil. So, alam nyo ba kung saan nagmumula ang oregano? Nagmula ang oregano from the Mediterranean or naging popular siya that time sa Greece and Rome kasi yung king, favorite niya yung oregano sa food niya. Then, it spread out to Europe and eventually to the rest of the world and even sa Pilipinas. Today we're going to talk about number 1, yung composition and production ng oregano oil. Number 2 is yung uses nito. What are the valuable uses of oregano essential oil? And number 3 is yung benefits. What are the ways that we can benefit from oregano oil? Because oregano oil has very high phenol content, caution should be taken when diffusing or inhaling oregano. So only 1 to 2 drops ilalagay sa diffuser or i-inhale nyo. Yun lang yung kailangan. And then, pag ina-apply nyo topically or i-apply nyo topically, make sure that you would always dilute it in doTERRA, syempre, fractionated coconut oil. This one, okay? It should be diluted in a carrier oil. Now let's go to oregano oil. First things first, yung oregano oil, or called Oregano bulgari or Bulgare, depends on how you're going to pronounce it. It is a perennial plant. The leaves of the plant are fragrant and are rounded to oval shape. Ang oregano oil or oregano essential oil ay kinukuha sa dahon ng oregano plant. Okay? The oregano plant grows best in dry to medium moisture and well-drained soils. It also thrives in full sun. Ang main chemical component ng oregano is yung tinatawag na carbapenem, or ito ay nagtataglay ng cleansing and antioxidant properties. So, ano pa yung mga top benefits ng oregano oil maliban sa pampasarap ng adobo? First, meron po itong antibacterial support. Okay? So, dami-dami ng mga essential oils na may antibacterial support. Oregano oil stands out. There is a 2012 study in Poland of a group of essential oils tested. And ang top na antibacterial is the oregano oil. So there are a lot of sickness nowadays that are already antibiotic resistant. Kagaya ng MRSA, ng mga VRE. I'm not sure kung anong tawag sa Philippines, pero ito yung mga antibiotic resistant na mga sakit-sakit na nakukuha natin. So, natural or alternatives are more important than ever. So, using oregano oil, having an oregano oil sa parang first aid kit nyo sa bahay should include oregano oil. It should be one of the first response, okay? So, it's one of the go-to essential oils na meron tayo dapat sa bahay natin kasi it's very helpful para sa mga antibacterial natin. So, application ng oregano oil na to as antibacterial support, you can take 1 drop taken daily to help maintain immune function. So, pag there are seasonal threats or like flu season or nag-change yung weather, mas prone tayo sa mga sakit-sakit, you can increase it or take it more frequently. Pero the thing here is you can put 2 drops of oregano essential oil in a veggie capsule. The veggie capsule, we have available veggie caps. This is how it looks like. You just get 1 veggie cap. Ito siya. It's a veggie capsule. And then you can just open it and put a drop of oregano oil in the veggie cup. So 1 to 2 drops of the oregano oil, and then ingest it, okay, and take it orally, okay. So pag may seasonal threats or flu season, you can take it twice a day. It's up to you for immune support, okay. So that's number 1, antibacterial. Number 2, it has antibacterial disinfectant. So viruses are really such a struggle because there isn't a really there isn't really a cure for them, okay. Think about yung common flu and yung cold medicine. They promise na gagaling ka, pero it's short-lived. Kumbaga, nalilesen or yung symptoms or nasi-shorten yung duration, but it doesn't really get cured. And oregano oil, yung component niya na carbapenem stands out as is a potent antiviral as well. So, pag may mga flu or common colds, ito ang number one na makakatulong sa pamilya natin. One do-it-yourself antibacterial use of oregano oil, pwede siya maging homemade cleaner natin. Okay, so para sa easy and all-purpose cleaner, maglagay lang ng 10 drops of oregano essential oil sa 16 ounces of, eto 20 ounces yata to, or 21 ounces ng spray bottle. You just put 10 drops of oregano oil and pwede mo na siyang spray sa mga countertops. Sa mga countertops niya. Okay? So, that's one of the ways you can use oregano oil as an anti-bacterial disinfectant. Okay. Uy! Yung aking dog, nag-iingay. Just a moment. Okay. Sorry sa distraction. And then number 3 is steamy decongestant. Oregano. Ito yung number 1. It was my favorite because one thing last flu season, last year, flu season, and I started to have yung sore throat or nangangati na yung ano ko, saka parang inuubo na ako, masama yung pakiramdam ko. I remembered about oregano and I diffuse it. At the same time, naglagay ako topically sa sole ng feet ko, sa pinaka toe, big toe ko. Naglagay ako ng oregano oil and I just felt really well. The next day, I was able to expectorate yung phlegm. So it's really a decongestant. Parang nakiklear yung bronchials mo or yung throat mo, and you're able to expectorate easily. Okay? So yun yung number 1, allergies and colds. Pwede mong gamitin oregano parang sa steam inhalation. So between the antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory action ng oregano, it is also considered as a staple for relieving conditions affecting yung mga sinuses natin. So it should be a plan of attack. Itong pang-atake sa congestion. Ingat lang na huwag pumasok sa eyes or ma-apply sa eyes nyo kasi this is potent essential oil as well. So application ulit, one thing is you can get a bowl of steamy, kunwari steamy to, okay, hot water, put a drop of eucalyptus and then also oregano, okay, and then you just inhale. Maglagay lang ng towel sa leeg nyo and then you do steam inhalation using yung oregano and eucalyptus, and it will be your steam inhalation. Okay. Emphasize ko lang na i-close nyo yung eyes nyo so that it won't get into your eyes. Alright? So that's number 3. It's a good decongestant. Number 4, it can also be a bug repellent. Dahil mataas to sa carbapenem and thymol, effective din siya as bug repellent. So pwede siyang isama as a mosquito spray, kagaya ng yung citronella, yung clove, even yung ilang-ilang mga bug repellent yan. So para ma-repel yung mga insekto na kumakagat sa atin. So oregano oil is also one of the benefits. One of the benefits of oregano oil is a bug repellent. One thing you can do is alcohol, or they said yung witch hazel. I'm not sure kung meron din sa Pilipinas yung witch hazel, but you can use alcohol diluted. I-dilute mo lang 3 to 5 drops ng essential ng oregano oil into an alcohol, and then pwede mo na siyang spray sa mga exposed mong skin, sa ankles mo pag lumabas ka, para hindi ka kagatin ng mga insekto, mga bugs. Alright, so that's number 4. It's a good bug repellent. And alam nyo ba na ang oregano oil is also an athlete's foot killer, or it's also a very good anti-fungal. Okay, after being antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral, it's also showing to be a very strong antifungal as well. Okay, application nito, kumuha ulit ng warm timba or planggana. Okay, put warm water in there. Okay, and then I think you can put Epsom salt. Mix oregano essential oil into Epsom salt. Kung may Epsom salt, mura lang to, like $1 yata dito. So alam ko mura lang din yan sa Pilipinas. Put it in hot water, and then ibabad nyo yung paa nyo. So it's a very good anti-fungal support as well. Anti-athlete's foot killer. Okay, finally, an antioxidant healer. It is a strong antioxidant. Oregano oil has been studied for new and unfortunately greatly needed kind of healing, which is cancer related. In 2013, researchers evaluated the ways in which oregano essential oil could help to mitigate the damage inflicted from a chemotherapy drug. The carbachol, as well as super antioxidant pomegranates, demonstrated protective and restorative effects neurologically after the chemotherapy drug methotrexate was taken. So it's one of the research done sa PubMed, or you can just look it up. They have tested this one as a good antioxidant. So in summary, our top benefits from oregano oil is: 1, it has antibacterial support. Number 2, it has antiviral disinfectant. Number 3, it's a good decongestant. Number 4, it's a bug repellent. Number 5, it also helps with athlete's foot, antifungal. And number 6, it has antioxidant properties. You can also find oregano in our doTERRA Oregano Touch. It's also in GXCs, and it's also in the doTERRA On Guard soft gels. So that's it. Those are the top benefits of oregano essential oil. You have a good day.
Okay, thank you, Kitan, for sharing those information. It's a handful of information. Offline, meron tayong comment from one of our viewer nag-text sa amin dito. Sabi niya, once na gumamit daw ng steam inhalation, kinakailangan i-cover yung eyes kasi because of its nature ng oil, medyo mabigat, di ba? Medyo masakit sa mata yun. Matapang. So, well, obviously, it makes sense, right? Or the safest is gumamit ka ng goggles, but closing your eyes really help para magamit mo yung tawag dito, yung oregano. Anyway, thank you so much. Maraming mga question dito. Meron pang isa dito yung it can be used for kids. Sandali lang ha.
Thank you so much, Kitan. Very informative yung mga na-share mo sa amin and practical. Hindi ko pa nagawa yung...
You're welcome.
I will do that.
Mm-mm. Na-mention ni Kitan yung
I also learned a lot of things through that.
yeah, that's right. Na-mention mo yung insect repellent. Napakagandang timing din yan. Kasi sa Philippines, di ba, usong-uso yung dengue. Actually, I highly recommend that for prevention of insect bites sa Philippines, lalo na yung mga bata. Dito nga, nung umakyat tayo sa bundok, di ba? Naalala ko yung gumamit kami niya ni Noemi. And sabi ko, wow, medyo matindi yung amoy. But I really appreciative kasi ang lalaki ng mga American size din dito yung mga mosquito. And because of that, ang ganda ng ang ganda ng results and nag-alisan or hindi na ako kinagat dun sa pag-hike namin sa mountain.
Kasi yung ginamit namin, sabi ko hindi pa ako nakagawa ng DIY kasi what we use is yung ino-offer ng doTERRA, which is Terra Shield, which has an oregano on it. So, very effective.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really true. Anyway, may mga question pa tayo sigurong papasok. At yan lang mga personal experience namin. Isa pang siguro may kukwento ko yung lately, meron akong kaibigan dito sa US na nagkaroon ng bronchitis. She's been coughing for about a week na yata. And naresetahan na ng doktor ng kung ano-ano, pati codeine, etc. Tapos nag-message sa akin. Sabi niya sa akin, how can I use essential oil? And sabi ko sa kanya, one of the best oil na pwede mong gamitin is oregano. And in just a day, kanina nag-message sa akin, sabi niya, I really appreciate the recommendation mo kasi in just 24 hours, ang laki ng improvement niya, which has been suffering for almost a week now. Just by using oregano, dinagdag niya dun sa kanyang current medication. Bigla na lang na nag-improve siya, which she never experienced for the past few days.
Siguro ako yung isang use ng asawa ko na naalala ko, yung kauna-unahang nabigyan sa amin ng comment was using oregano for his warts. Anong ginawa mo? Ikaw na magkwento kasi ikaw ang gumamit.
Meron akong small, actually hindi naman wart yun eh, parang small skin tag.
Ayun, skin tag.
Dito sa may armpit na palagi ko nakakalimutan ipatanggal. Maliit lang naman siya, siguro mga 0.1 millimeter lang. Sabi ko, nabasa ko nga na maganda siya para sa cauterization. So nilagyan ko. But I never used ito yung moral lesson doon. Hindi ko nilagyan ng fractionated coconut oil. And it was really hot. So hindi ko na uulitin yung ganon. So I think for those who really would like to use this, mas maganda siguro talaga use with fractionated coconut oil. Normally, a dilution dyan is 1:4. So next time. But it was very effective though. Ang ganda ng results niya in just a few days. Natanggal yung skin tag. Pero grabe, ang sakit.
Yeah. So ang ginamit ko, don't apply it dun sa skin, tawag rito, yung kung ano lang yung affected area, parang sa cotton buds or toothpick.
Or toothpick. Actually, toothpick ang pinakamaganda.
Toothpick, parang dun mo siya ilagay yung oil and dun lang mismo sa site. Don't let the other surrounding skin be affected na malagyan ng oil na yun kasi very strong.
Yeah, maganda yung mga
I-share ko lang din, no?
Sige. Go ahead.
I-share ko lang din, no? Yung mother ko, meron siyang mouth sore or tinatawag na herpes. And then, nilagyan niya rin ng oregano. Nag-fall off din agad-agad. So, tuwan-tuwang mami ko na natanggal agad. Pero yun nga lang, yung sabi nila, reminder, kasi it's very potent, tapos parang na-cauterize yung kanyang sleep. Pero, the benefit outweighs yung risk. Pero next time, put fractionate. Dapat may carrier oil talaga.
Yeah, because of the nature of the oil itself. Hot oil siyang tinatawag, very caustic. And napaka-importante na once kung gumagamit ka ng mga hot oil, meron ka talagang fractionated coconut oil to start with. And very very careful lang po tayo dyan. That's why we're even using this medium or this platform ng webcasting para ma-educate yung mga users or potential users na kung gagamit ka ng oregano, you really have to use that. Maliban na lang kung gagamitan mo ng veggie caps, right, Kitan? Di ba may pinakita
Yeah,
kayong
correct.
caps? If you use veggie caps, then you don't have to use a fractionated coconut oil kasi your gastrointestinal system naman can very well handle that. Kaya nga, active component siya nung digestion. Diba? Plus yung PBS ba yun? Or GX assist at yata. So, napaka-importante yung GX, right? Correct? GX assist. Kasi nga, importante yon para ma-restore yung normal flora ng ating gastrointestinal system, especially pag may leaky gut na tinatawag tayo. Very important yung oregano because it actually kills the microbial flora sa tiyan natin na hindi dapat nandoon. So it basically wipes out them and favors the normal flora to grow. So makita mo yung dynamics doon ng mga organisms sa tiyan natin. And of course, maganda rin na mention mo Kitan yung mga studies. Actually, yung website na na-mention mo, yung PubMed, ang ganda-ganda nun. There are like hundreds of studies doon na ginawa doon sa oregano. And its active component, yung carbapenem tsaka thymol. And yeah, for those who are interested in that area, well, I highly recommend you to really go into that website and basa kayo doon. Especially sa mga nurses and doctors listening to us or watching us today, I highly recommend that.
So, Kitan, yung oregano ba na oil, alam ko, ano yung 59, meron bang available na diluted na sa doTERRA that they can get para hindi na sila mix?
Yes, meron din tayong oregano touch, which is, alam nyo na yung touch, yung roll-on. You can buy that as well. I got that one kasi I don't like the smell ng oregano actually sa kamay ko. So I got that one for myself. And it's a good one kasi roller, you don't have to touch it.
So very effective din siya sa mga may sensitive skin. Maliban doon sa ayaw ng amoy, yung may mga sensitive skin, really it helps. Especially pag may mga affected areas, yung mga skin infections doon. And of course, pag in-apply mo yan sa skin, it gets easily absorbed. It also addresses yung mga infection natin sa katawan. And that's actually dito sa US, marami na ditong gumagamit ng oregano oil to control yung MRSA, yung multi-drug resistant infection. Dami nang ginagamit na yan dito. And even sa animal industry, if you study or if you read about how oregano is being used sa meat production, di ba kasi one of the most common infections sa mga processes ng meat is staph, yung staphylococcal infection. And there has been a study made na yung staph actually infects even yung mga poultry products. And for that to be controlled or to be managed appropriately, gumagamit sila ng oregano para patayin yung mga staphylococcal infection sa mga poultry products. And it's been proven very effective and in the food industry. Hindi ko lang alam yung sa Philippines kung ano yung nangyayari dyan sa food industry, but I think this is really a very good basis for using oregano. Kasi natural siya, walang nade-develop na resistance, and every time na ginagamit mo siya, susceptible yung mga microorganisms, so it can easily be addressed adequately.
Kitan, naalala ko na, di ba, napag-usapan natin yung warts na, or any siguro skin problem na nalagay may oregano. Tapos, parang somehow nagkaroon ng burn. Ano ba ang pwedeng solution kung somehow a little bit na burn yung skin mo? Anong pwedeng solution for that one?
I really don't have an idea, pero siguro pwede yung yung fractionated coconut oil. I'm not sure, maybe you can apply that just to i-dilute mo yon kung na-burn man. Pwede rin naman yung ibang essential oil, like maybe lavender, you can use it pag na-burn ka, it might help with.
Yeah, that's right. Kasi alam ko yun nga yung naisip ko, no? Kung sakali magkaroon ng ganong instance, lavender would be a real good essential oil for that. Yun. Tapos nabanggit mo rin kanina, hindi ko pa na-try gumamit ng oregano sa adobo. Pero meron ka bang ibang meron ka ba bang ibang food na ginagamitan ng oregano? Alam ko dito sa Amerika mahilig sa pasta. Like
Ayan.
ewan ko kung na-try mo na in other recipes or any menus.
Well, kasi sa Philippines, we usually use oregano sa ano, 'di ba, sa adobo. So yun pa lang talaga yung trinay namin. Pero yung sa spaghetti nga, masarap din ang ano, saka anything na like yung meron sa camp oil namin last time, yung do it yourself niya is she put it in the toast, yung garlic butter, and then she put oregano on her toast, and she said it's really good. So there are a lot of like recipes that you can use oregano for. Try.
Pero I heard na, ewan ko lang, hindi kasi ako masyado pang aggressive din sa cooking. Pero doon sa mga talagang gumagamit na nito, dapat daw paggagamit ka dyan, yung toothpick lang, ididip mo doon sa oregano oil. And then yung toothpick na yun na may oregano or whatever oil that you want to use, kagaya ng wild orange, yun lang ilalagay mo doon sa meat or doon sa recipe para hindi overwhelming yung nandun yung flavor kasi yun naman ang hinahanap kasi wala naman therapeutic significance na masyado doon sa food. But the point is, if we just wanted the flavor, that's the best way to do that. Just use yung toothpick na yun na dip sa oil and then saka mo ilagay.
That's for oregano kasi very strong yung oregano. Na just one drop in itself is very strong. Kaya recommended yung toothpick kung very small amount lang. Tapos kasi dito kasi, sabihin ko na, dito sa Amerika kasi pagka namili ka ng oregano, na minsan kaunti lang yung kailangan mo tapos you buy a lot. Parang minsan it's a waste for me. So kaya maganda yung oregano oil as an option. Or even sa Pilipinas, minsan hindi ka naman basta-basta nakakita sa market ng ganon kaliberally yung mga ganong tawag ito, spices like oregano. So that's one is a good thing. Just use this oregano essential oil. Pero yung ibang oils, like if you use the lemon for tenderizer, it's okay to use a drop. But for oregano, just a pinch.
Medyo
just
matapang.
Like matapang kasi.
Matapang.
Yeah. You can put 1 drop. That's what I did. 1 drop is good. So,
but
you can try. Yeah. You can try it. Yeah,
meron dito mga question kitaan. I'd like you to respond to this one. Sabi dito sa Facebook, sa diffuser po ba, what kind of oil para sa ubo at sipon? Kanina na-suggest mo yung oregano and eucalyptus, right? So can you expound on that? Pwede mong ipaliwanag.
There are a lot of things na you can use na essential oil na para sa respiratory, Meron tayong respiratory blend which we call the doTERRA Breathe. You can also put that one or yung peppermint siguro. You can use that one as well. So you can just combine it. So bali main thing is pag nahihirapang huminga, you can use yung mga minty or mints like eucalyptus, peppermint, breathe, and then you can just add yung oregano kasi oregano has that antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal. So nandun na lahat. So it's like a combination of it will make it more potent para ma-clear yung
Yeah, magandang na-mention. That's right. Very important kasi sa medical management, yung dalawang ways to manage that. You decongest, syempre open up mo yung airways, tapos after opening up the airways, you also have to take care yung health ng mucus, yung mga linings, mucosa lining. So napaka-importante yun rin yun. And then of course, kung bacterial siya or there's anything that more dangerous than the usual viral, you also have to take care of that. And yung mga nasuggest ni kita na mga oils, which is the mint, yung breath has a lot of mint there, and peppermint, and then eucalyptus actually is good for respiratory conditions. And of course, yung na-mention mo nga yung oregano. Those are really good perfect oils for respiratory infection. Kaya kung ikaw yung nagtanong nito, I would suggest those oils for you to use. Meron dito pang isa Kitan. I don't know if you have, I don't know si Noemi kung nagamit mo na to. Sabi niya, nakakagutom naman, oregano in adobo and pasta. Tapos sabi niya, meron siya dito suggestion, on butter toast daw.
Yeah, yung nabanggit ni Kitang kanina.
Na-mention mo kanina. Tama-tama breakfast time natin dito. So we can easily use that sa butter toast. Thank you for suggesting that. Sabi dito, can we use oregano and osterized feeding and feed through the tube? What can you say about that, Kitan?
I guess made tube feeding, no? So it goes straight to the stomach. I think I'm not too sure about it, but since we are using the veggie cup para to prevent yung downpour niya sa esophagus and all, and it goes sa tiyan para ma-digest. I think since it's straight siya sa stomach, the stomach can take that one. So I don't think there's any problem putting it there, but it's better to check with your doctors first. But that's what I think about it, kasi we take it as veggie cup, it goes direct to the stomach. That's where it gets digested. And since you are having that tube feeding, it goes straight to the stomach. So I guess it gets digested there. So what do you think,
wag lang direct yung oil sa tube. Ihalo mo sa pagkain, especially yung mga cold foods.
Yeah.
I think that would be, I would recommend that. Halimbawa, nag-osterize ka ng milk, have it parang, or with milk and other stuff. Idagdag mo na lang isang drop and then let it go through the tube. I would also recommend that for gastric health.
But not directly.
But not directly sa tube, kasi di ba very strong siya. And ang tube are normally plastics. Ang component nun, baka na-destroy niya yung lining ng tube. And that's not a good thing as well. Meron pa ditong question. Pwede ba mag-cause ng gastric irritation ng oregano when taken internally? I will answer this, Kitan. I don't no, it doesn't. Actually, our gastrointestinal system can very well handle that. And it even promotes gastric health. Kasi nga, yung mga unhealthy flora ng ating gastrointestinal system, dun siya nagre-respond. Pero pinopromote niya yung healthy environment ng gastric system. So no, we're even using that sa digestion. We're even using that as an active component dun sa GX Assist to basically detox our gastrointestinal system. So no, we don't. Why we use oregano as tea yung sa mga tsaa daw. Nilalagyan namin siya ng honey.
That's true. So,
can you?
Hindi, kasi nga diba yung sinasabi natin kanina, kunyari meron kang flu symptoms, may colds ka. So oregano is really good to put in like for drinking hot sa warm water or sa tea. O sabi nga dito may nagsuggest ng honey. Ang experience ko lang nung nilagay ko siya, kunyari hot water or sabihin mo warm water that you put oregano, let it simmer first for a minute or two. Kasi kunyari mainit, tapos nilagay mo yung oregano, tapos you will drink it right away. It's so irritating nga. Gaya nung kaninang nabanggit, it can irritate yung steam sa eyes mo or even while you're drinking it. So let it simmer first. Hayaan mo mag-simmer for a minute or two before mo inumin. So yun din ang namin. Kasi sinubukan kong gawin yon. But it's really effective. It's really effective for you to, dun sa, kunyari nag-uumpisa ka na magkaroon ng sore throat, nag-uumpisa ka ng umubo or may colds ka, this is very effective to use oregano. And meron nga akong, yung hipag ko din, nag-try silang mag-diffuse using, ito yung 5 oils na ginamit nila for flu and colds. They use frankincense, melaleuca, on guard, lemon, and oregano. Gawin mo yan 3 times a day. It will really help you na mawala na yung symptoms ng cold and flu na meron ka. So hopefully these are ideas that you can try. Diffusing. or applying sa
flu
bahay.
bomb.
Flu bomb ang tawag namin.
Yeah,
That's
meron,
really good. I like that one. Those are really good essential oils. I like that.
Yeah, kumbaga, you got all the good essential oils, put it together, tingnan natin how it works for you. Pero ginamit to na hipag ko, sabi niya, it was so
The work.
effective. Yeah, the next day, good, back to work.
parang binomba mo yun. Yeah, that's true. If you study the chemistry or the pathways that it acts on, yung frankincense, yung melaleuca, yung lemon, on guard,
And then
and then
oregano.
i-add mo yung oregano, you're basically really putting nuclear bomb in your system. Parang, boom, it's gone. Now, last question. Sabi dito, meron daw bang length of time para gamitin yung oregano sa ating system? Do you have that answer, Kitan?
I have read some information that they suggest that you can take it like 7 days internally, and then you can stop. And I'm not really sure about the rationale on that one, but it's just like when we use antibiotics, there's a certain time that you use it, like 7 days. So I think that's what they are suggesting. Use it for 7 days and then stop. And then maybe you can just diffuse it or use it topically. So that's what I read.
Yeah. Well, from a medical point of view, I always recommend 7 days. Kasi nga yan yung normal span of time natin para gamitin yung any form of antimicrobial. So I use it for 7 days. And kung 6 days, 7th day, wala ka pa rin improvement and it's getting worse even, I would, go to a doctor and have the doctor evaluate you. Kasi di ba nga itong natural solutions, we're actually recommending this as our first line of defense. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nito na pagka gumamit ka ng oregano, you're 100% protected na hindi ka pwede mag-develop ng complications. So we have to make that sure. Now, we are not here to replace the treatment for acute conditions. Kasi mamaya, meron ka palang pneumonia. Mamaya, meron ka pa palang other conditions like you're transitioning into septic condition, which is actually a dangerous condition. So I would recommend na use natural solutions, specifically not oils or essential oils, to control your first set of signs and symptoms. Beyond that, kung nakikita mo naman yung sarili mo o yung anak mo o asawa mo or whoever they are, na they're not getting any improvement from the use of oils in an appropriate way. I'd like to correct that. Kasi baka mamaya mali naman yung paggamit mo tapos you're expecting results. Pero kung tama yung paggamit mo and then you're using it appropriately, just like what I said, and then you're improving, then good. But if you're not improving and the condition is getting worse, make sure that you also consult a licensed doctor to evaluate you further. And baka mamaya kinakailangan siya ng hospital setting. So you have to, be careful about that. We're not here to put you into a suicide mission. Tapos sasabihin mo, gumamit ng oil tapos namatay. No, we're not getting into there.
Yeah. Diba sa medical profession nga or sa medical is kapag yung symptoms is how many days before we prescribe antibiotics? Usually,
yeah, normally 3 days. Kasi nga kung viral infection siya, we let our body, kasi ang body naman natin has the ability to heal itself even without any intervention. So our body is built in that way. Kaya nga hindi natin nire-recommend na first day pa lang mag-antibiotics ka na because you're actually hindering your body from responding in a very natural way. So kaya nga itong oils actually is incongruence, kumbaga. Sumasabay siya dyan sa ganyang principle. So if you use oils to manage a condition during its first day, binuboost yung immune system mo, tinutulungan kanya para mag-recover. Kumbaga sa put all things together, it helps our body heal naturally. So beyond what is expected, doon ka ngayon pumapasok sa other forms of treatment or management. So it has to be clear. Sabi ko last question na, pero meron pa dito natatanong na is it also safe to use oregano in hot water? Yeah, kanina sagot na namin to. And for those with plug nose, yes, we actually answered that. We have to use, kagaya na ni-recommend kita kanina, breathe, peppermint, all the mint lines, essential oils to, to declog and to improve the mucosal lining and all of those things and open up our airways, and put oregano in there in the mix para magkaroon tayo ng mas maayos na management. Now, we're almost time. We are 9:51 ngayon. And thank you, Kitan, for joining us. And I know this is just, I think, the fourth in the series of 10 oils na pinifeature natin every week. And thank you din doon sa mga nag-attend sa Philippines and even sa Canada. I'm seeing people from the US as well. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
Sa mga nagtodos Los Santos sa Pilipinas.
Yung mga nasa Ondas.
Nasa Ondas, pahinga na kayo.
Yeah, I know you're on a very long holiday dyan. Nakakaingit naman kayo kami. We have to go to work. Yung asawa ko getting ready for work.
Even si Kitan.
Even si Kitan is also dressed up for work. Naka-scrub suit ka na ba?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Diego, for doing this for us. And I really would like to thank you all for joining us, and see you again next week for another round of webcast and ating mga discussion about oils. Hopefully you enjoy your very long holiday in the Philippines, and so US and Canada. Let's go to work.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.